Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy S. Dot, man. And in today's video, we finna rebuild the New York Knicks. If y'all know, this is my favorite team. We did pretty well in the playoffs. We faced a lot of injuries, so it was a lot that came into effect on how our true success could have went this playoffs. We could have been in the finals for all I know. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be real with y'all. We just gonna make some trades. We just gonna make a couple of tweaks, and I'm gonna try to keep it as realistic as possible. You know, 2K, they just be I can offer Julius Randle. They'll say, all right, we'll give you Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, and that's not happening in real life. So we'll try to keep it as realistic as we can, but also trying to make this team better and improve. So the thing about this team and about this league is that we're gonna go ahead and turn off injuries, because that's one thing that makes my league and the NBA in real life very boring, is injuries. Like, this playoffs would have been much better if there were no injuries. The NBA would have been much better if there were no injuries. Like, for example, the Grizzlies would have been an even better team if they didn't face any injuries, but next year they'll be even better. So, as y'all can see right here, Jalen Brunson is a 94 overall. That's what I like to see, man. This is my favorite player in the league right now, other than LeBron and Luka Doncic. But Jalen Brunson, my favorite team, one of the best point guards in the East, if not the best. Then we got Julius Randle, Josh Hart, OG. Now, this roster is based off of last season if we were starting fresh. So we know guys like OG is a free agent, Isaiah Hartenstein is a free agent, and with the rumors of OG going to the Sixers and Hartenstein going to the Thunder, that's very possible. But since we have these guys here still, we're going to go ahead and do what we can. So, no offense to Julius Randle. I'm not saying there's nothing that I would want the Knicks to trade him in real life or anything. But for a team that went pretty far without him, let's see what we can get for him. Let's just see what we can get for him. Maybe add some key pieces that give us more depth. So we got Tobias Harris and Kelly Oubre. I am not going for a dude that does not do anything. Tobias Harris does not do anything on the basketball court, but besides cardio. He'll give you, 15 points a game in the regular season. Once the playoffs start, he ain't giving you nothing. I'm not doing that. You got Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez. Now, this can be a very good trade in terms of giving us more depth at the big man rotation. Like, let's say if Hartenstein was supposed to leave, then you get Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez who can shoot the ball from outside, block, rebound. Bobby Portis who can rebound, shoot them little middies, defend, do a couple of things. But is that worth giving up an all-star for? You guys got to remember, Julius Randle's an all-star. Zach LaVine, no. Jaren Jackson. Now, this is where we're talking. Now, it's not much of a big change because we are giving up Hartenstein. But for a dude that's younger, that's 24 years old, younger than both of the guys that I'm giving up, it's going to give me extra room on the cap space. Not much, but we're dumping about $37 million down the drain and taking up 30 mil. That's an extra 7 mil we got. So, I mean, it's not the worst trade, but this is something that is there to this is something that you can consider. That if this was supposed to be like a realistic trade, that's something I would consider if I was the Knicks. You're getting a defensive player of the year and Jaren Jackson Jr. So that's not a bad trade with Julius Randle for Jaren Jackson Jr. And I'm not saying Julius Randle isn't worth like a lot, because that's giving up an all-star for another all-star, defensive player of the year, whatever you want to call it. So that was a fair trade. It's just that we're giving up Isaiah Hartenstein that I don't know if I really liked. I'd rather give up Mitchell Robinson before I give up Hartenstein. And I know injuries are off, but like, if this was real life, you guys got to remember, like, Mitchell Robinson is injury prone, y'all. Like, he gets hurt a lot. And no, like I said, that's what sucks about basketball or any sport, is injuries, man. Some of your favorite players, you can't see them play, or they get hurt at the wrong times, and it just throws everything off. But let's go ahead and go back to this trade. Let's see if I can work my magic. Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's say if we took off Isaiah Hartenstein, doing Mitchell Robinson, and then you guys can dump Brandon Clark. We're not getting enough back. What if we throw in a two future second-round picks? They're not interested. All right, we'll throw in another. So that was one. Now this is two. They gave us a counter offer. They want Alec Burks, and they're willing to give us Zaire Williams. Zaire Williams is 22 years old, and Alec Burks is on a 1 year. He's 32. How about you guys give us... All right, how about, yes, we'll take Zaire Williams. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? But you guys got to give us, or we'll take away one of the seconds. How is that? Jericho Sims, Luke Kennard. What's Luke Kennard's contract? 14 mil? Nah, we don't want that. We do not want that. This was literally the trade. Why are they not accepting this trade? Why are they not? All right, we'll give y'all a 2028 second round pick. What? This was literally just the trade, y'all, and now they don't want to do it. Now, for some odd reason, they do not want to do it. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's take it back. Let's take it back. Here it is. Here it is. So we're dumping a big contract in Mitchell Robinson. We're giving up our all-star in Julius Randle. And we're giving up a guy that we picked up before. Well, we picked up in a trade with Bojan Bogdanovic before he went to the playoffs. And we're getting in return Jaren Jackson, who's 24 years old. Brandon Clark, who's 27. He has also a fairly big contract. It's similar to Mitchell Robinson's, but it's not as big. And it's a 4-year deal, so it's a fair deal. And we're getting Zaire Williams, who's only 22 years old, on a 2-year deal. And we're dumping, like, this. I like this. I like this. I actually like this trade. The Grizzlies have agreed to our offer. Julius Randle, we wish you nothing but the best out in Memphis. I think that John Morant and Julius Randle will work very well. And Jaren Jackson and Jalen Brunson work very well because, John Morant has that passing in his game. I'm not saying Jalen Brunson doesn't, but Jalen Brunson is way more ball dominant than John Morant is. And that's like, not trying to say any of them are worse or better than each other. That's not the case at all. I just think Jaren Jackson can play more off the ball than with like pairing up with Jalen Brunson than Julius Randle can. And that's a very fair statement. I think Jaren Jackson will benefit the Knicks a lot more than Julius Randle can next season. But will this trade happen in real life? Probably not. Let's see what 2K has our rotations as. Let's see what they have. Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Jaren Jackson Jr. with Hartenstein being our 6th man, Miles McBride, Deuce McBride, Brandon Clark, Bogdanovic. All right, I think what we need to do is improve our bench. I think our bench can slightly be improved. I won't lie, this isn't the worst bench. This is not a bad bench, but let's get rid of Bojan. I do not like that contract. That contract's like horrible. Brook Lopez. Now, he got a fat contract, too, so I ain't even going to front, you heard? But let's see. We're not going to get any crazy deals because, like I said, this contract's terrible. Like, this isn't a bad deal right here. We can get Grant Williams, who's way younger, not on a terrible deal, as well as Seth Curry. Give us some little vet shooting when it's a blowout. I ain't going to lie, he ain't going to really get that much burn. But I like that. I think I'm going to go with that trade right there. Well, we can also get Isaiah Jackson, but I don't want to trade with the Pacers. Those are our rivals. So, where's that one with John Collins? Did I just see John Collins somewhere? John Collins and Talon Horton Tucker. Damn, THT is only 22 years old, bro. Like, I feel like he's been in the league for a long time. He must have been 18 when he got in the league. But no, this is a deal that's terrible. We're getting 2 big contracts back still. So this one right here, Shake Milton didn't really get no burn, so we're getting cheaper by $1 million, I guess, and then we're dumping Bojan for Grant Williams, who's way younger, cheaper contract, so we can work with this. We can work with this trade right here. Bojan is officially on the Charlotte Hornets. Goodbye to Bojan. He played with heart in the playoffs. I ain't gonna lie, no pun intended though, but now our bench rotation at least. Did the trade go through? Damn, they still ain't even putting Grant Williams in our rotation. That's crazy. At least we dumped those salaries for guys that weren't going to be playing anyways. It's like, why are we overpaying guys who aren't going to be playing like that? My goal is to have a true 6th man. when I think of a sixth man, I think of a guy like, let's look through the league. I think of players like a Keegan Murray. I know he's a starter. Well, okay, Malik Monk, to be fair. Malik Monk is actually a sixth man. Malik Monk. Terry Rozier, who might be a starter now. I'm not too sure if he's starting in Miami. Guys that can do everything. Guys that can come off your bench, score, play make, and play defense. And just play with heart. Like, play aggressive. Like, Josh Hart might be the perfect sixth man, but I don't think we want him coming off the bench. F that. We're going to run a 9-man rotation for the regular season. And when the playoffs hit, we can change that. I don't like having Grant Williams out of my rotation. I want to dump 2 players, get one stronger player back so I can throw Grant Williams in that rotation. That's why I'm trying to get Miles Bridges. I do not want to do a 1-for-1. I want to do a 2-for-1. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I am trying to do a 2-for-1 so that way we can have all these players that I had already and that I acquired that I really want to get burned in our rotation. Because there's no injury, so it's like they're just there for no reason, just wasted potential sitting there. What if I traded these 2 guys? What can I get for these 2 guys? I don't like what I'm seeing. Draymond Green? Are you serious? All right. Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges would literally be the perfect piece that I can acquire right now. Let's say we gave up Isaiah Hartenstein, right? I know they have Nicholas Claxton over there, but Isaiah Hartenstein, Grant Williams, who's a very valuable young piece on this team. You know what? Hartenstein and OG Anunoby, right? For Mikal Bridges and Cameron Thomas, maybe? And we want a first-round pick? Okay, I knew that was going to be like that. I just wanted to see what would happen. If they would have accepted that or declined that. All right. Damn, they are paying these guys a whole bunch of money. Damn. All right, and then we'll give y'all a first and a second. They don't feel like they're getting enough. What if we say y'all can keep y'all pick, right? Nah, we're giving up too much. All right, take away Claxton and Hartenstein. Take away my firsts. They're not interested in this trade. What can I do to make you guys interested in this trade? There we go. We gave up a first. That kind of hurt. I was kind of pushing it, especially because OG is a year younger. But to complete the Villanova 4, let's say if OG was actually going to leave us, that was a sign and trade right there. Okay, let's make that. Let's have that as a sign. Let's call that a sign and trade. Okay, let's act like that was a sign and trade, and we had no other option. All right, but we completed the Villanova 4. We got Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, and Jaren Jackson Jr. You guys, y'all can't tell me that's not a big upgrade. Like, that's actually pretty solid. That's pretty solid. And then off our bench, we got Hartenstein at the 5, McBride, Brandon Clark, and Achua. I don't like that. That's too much bigs. I think we should get rid of Clark or Achua, throw Grant Williams in there, and get like another 2 or 3 in that. I'm not liking this. Let's get Simone Fontecchio. Fuck it, man. Fontecchio's on the team. And then now we have Hartenstein, McBride, Fontecchio, and Achua. This is We can work with this. We can work with this. I believe in this squad. I think we should turn off chemistry. I know it'll grow eventually, but like this team would have a high chemistry because of that Villanova 4. They are the main characters on this team. Everybody else around them is just there just to be there. So let's go ahead and review this rotation one more time. So at the 1, we got Jalen Brunson. At the 2, we got DiVincenzo. At the 3, we got Mikal Bridges. At the 4, we got Josh Hart. And then at the 5, we got Jaren Jackson Jr. And then off the bench, we got Isaiah Hartenstein, Miles McBride, Simone Fontecchio, who gives us some extra shooting and scoring off the bench. I know Thibs would love to have a player like him, just have him shooting the ball off the bench. Well, not really, because he didn't really do that with Evan Fournier. And then we have Precious Achiuwa. Precious Achiuwa, who can run the 4 or the 5. Simone Fontecchio can run the 4 or the 3 or the 4. McBride, who can run the 1 or the 2, and then Hartenstein, who's a solid 5. I think this is a pretty good team, and I think this is an upgrade. Because if you think about it, the Knicks really only had Brunson, Hart, DiVincenzo, Hartenstein, and maybe Achiuwa for most of the, like for the second half of the season, going into the playoffs, running in the playoffs with that rotation. All the other guys wasn't getting burned, wasn't really doing much. So adding Mikal Bridges and Jaren Jackson, who can be very effective without the ball in his hand in terms of catching and shooting or playing defense. And then Mikal Bridges, who's the same exact thing as Jaren Jackson, just at the 3, the 2 or the 3. I think this is a big upgrade. But then again, we are playing 2K. So let's go ahead and simulate to the trade deadline. Or let's do January 30th. We're not doing any trades. Porzingis wants back on the Knicks. We're disabling all CPU trade offers. All right, so we are 27 and 21. We started pretty rough. We're still kind of pretty rough. We were just like winning, losing. What can possibly be the issue? Jalen Brunson had 31, Mikal Bridges 30, Simone Fontecchio off the bench for 21, Jaren Jackson doing his thing, DiVincenzo still doing his thing, Josh Hart getting those Draymond numbers. That's what we like to see, because his role isn't that big. So, what's going on here, man? What? How come we're not one of the best teams right now? So Jalen Brunson is averaging 30. Mikal Bridges is averaging 21. Jaren Jackson doing his thing with 2 blocks and a steal. DiVincenzo shooting about, where's he shooting from the 3? 32%. That's not good at all. We need him to do better than that. Especially because Jalen Brunson shooting 42%. I won't lie. It looks like, no, he's just scoring more. The team is playing pretty well. I guess it's just not the best team in the league, of course, because injuries are off. We are the 7th seed, so currently we would be in the play-in. I think we just stick it out, man. Just see how it goes and roll with it. We've made enough trades. I like the trades we made, so let's just sim to the end, y'all. All right, so we made it to the end of the season. Our MVP is Luka Doncic. Victor Wembanyama, a.k.a. Wet Bananas, is Rookie of the Year. Jonathan Kuminga won 6th Man of the Year, 19 points, okay. Wembanyama also won Defensive Player of the Year. Jalen Johnson won Most Improved. Luka is the Clutch Player of the Year. And Joe Mazzulla is the Coach of the Year. Okay. Any Knicks? Any Knickerbockers here? No Knickerbockers. Okay. Defensive team, Jaren Jackson anywhere? Yo, this game is like bugging, bro. Because anyhow I compare any of these guys' stats, bro, why am I seeing Alex Caruso here? I'm not saying he's not a great defender, but why is he here before Jaren Jackson, who's averaging more rebounds, more steals, and more blocks? Yo, this game is tripping. They just be hating, man. How did we do? We finished 7th. We finished 7th seed. That's not terrible. We finished 48-34, so that's a pretty solid record. That was almost 50 wins right there. Like, the 6th seed had 50 wins. Everybody up had 50 plus. So that's pretty insane. There's nothing more you can do about that. The West was terrible compared to the East. Like, look at all these 40s. The best team had only 51 wins. And compared to the East, the 6th team had 50 wins already. So it's like, damn. The East was pretty stacked this year. So we're playing Miami. Let's go ahead and simulate the game. The Knicks have won. So we are in the playoffs now, right? That's how it works. Yep, we are in the playoffs. Simulate playing. And look how the tables have turned. We're playing the 76ers, but this time we're the 7th seed, and they are the 2nd seed. So let's go ahead and simulate through game. We take game 1. Now, Embiid had 35. Whoa, they picked up DeRozan? Whoa, I did not expect to see that. We have Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson had 32. DiVincenzo 16. Jaren Jackson 16. I think we should maybe minimize the rotations, or should we? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? The Sixers take game 2. Maxey stepped up. Maxey, Embiid, and DeRozan had big games. This game we needed Jalen Brunson to play big, and he didn't step up as well as we needed him to. He took 18 shots, but he only made 8 of them. So if he had at least made 5 more of those shots, Jaren Jackson made at least 5 more of his, we would have won this game. But it's all good. The series is 1 up. Now we're going to the Garden. We take game 2 in the Garden. DiVincenzo. This is why I like this team, man. You don't know who is going to step up. Compared to the Sixers, Embiid had his 30, 16. Okay. Game 3, which is in the Garden. That was game 4. I'm sorry. They took game 4. Brunson. We lose by a lot this game. Embiid couldn't be stopped, man. Okay. What we're going to do here. We're going to make a rotation just for the 76ers, right? We aren't going to give Precious Achiuwa any burn. No offense. Like, no, I'm not trying to be a... but we have to... We got to focus on these guys here. We got to focus on our starters. Mikal Bridges, we're going to give him 35 minutes. We're going to play him tight. And then for Embiid, we want him obviously guarded by Jaren Jackson, which is kind of why we got him. Help defense, we'll put that on 50. We do not really want these guys helping that much. And let's go ahead and simulate. We lose. We lose that game. It looks like the same game again. It looks like that didn't make much of a difference. We need you guys to step it up. Now, we're going into game 7. Mikal Bridges had a big game. I think we got to do simcast here, right? Please note that the following other games. Okay, continue. All right. We're down 6. We're down 8. We're down 5. Okay. Come on. Close it out. I think we're about to close it out. Yes, we're going to close it out. We close it out. We close that series out. And we're advancing to the 2nd round against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, New York is way better than Philly. The city is better than Philly. The players on New York's better than any player in Philly. Embiid, I don't know why people think he's like some big superstar. But it's what we expected this season and in this minor league. So let's go ahead and sim game by game again. We take game 1. Y'all see, I'm just simming the game. I love this team right here. Josh Hart getting those boards. He had the most boards in this game. He's all the way at the bottom, but he had the most boards this game. The 2nd most assists. Like, high. Like, this team's getting a lot of steals. This is a very good defensive team, yeah. Mikal Bridges with 4 steals. I told y'all he was gonna play some very good defense. Jaren Jackson with 3 blocks. Y'all sleeping on me, man. Y'all sleeping on us. That's 2 zip. That's 2 zip. That's 2 zip. Come on. That's 2 zip. And we ain't even home yet. And we ain't no, what they say, no team has came back from 3-0, unless the Mavericks do it this year, which I'm rooting for because I hate Boston. But, Mikal doing this thing. D. Mitch dropped a 40. He gave us a 40 before he went out, but he went outside. He had to go outside. So we're playing Boston. I won't lie. This is how it would have been if we didn't have any injuries. If every team was healthy, it would have been Knicks versus Boston in the conference finals, and that's facts. And that's just facts. Philly wasn't doing nothing. Philly is garbage. Philly don't do nothing ever. Who was here? Milwaukee. Milwaukee would have probably gave some smoke. Milwaukee would have definitely beat Indiana. I think we would have beat Milwaukee in like 6 or 7 if both teams were fully healthy. Now, unfortunately, it's like Giannis is one of the best players in the league, top 3, him, Luka, and Jokic. But with the momentum we had, I think we could have taken them out, especially because they had Doc Rivers as their coach. And then against Boston, I think it would have been more of a momentum matchup because both of those cities are not too far from each other. The fan bases would have followed each other. And I think New York has it, man. New York got it. We got it. We got it. But we're playing against Boston in the conference finals. They take game 1. Okay. This is going to be a little tough because you have guys. You don't only have Jaylen Brown. You don't only have Drew Holiday. You don't only have Jason Tatum. You got Porzingis, Derek White, and Westbrook? Where did Westbrook come from, dog? 1 up. Okay. I like this. I like this. I like Jalen Brunson. I'm telling y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Brunson, Mikal, the Villanova 4. Let's go to the game. We take, yo, what it is, I think for Boston, they got too much firepower. They ain't really sharing the ball too well. You got Jaylen Brown taking 25 shots. Do you want Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum to take 25 shots? Because from what I'm seeing, Jason Tatum took 11 less shots than Jaylen Brown, and he only had 5 less points. If Jason Tatum would have took 25 shots, he would have probably shot 19 for 25, and that's way better than what Jaylen Brown did. And y'all only lost by 2 points. So, hey, we in the Garden, though. 3-1. Oh, my God. Yo, like, why couldn't this happen in real life, man? Like, y'all don't understand, as being a Knicks fan, growing up a Knicks fan, like, oh, my God. Like, I'm sorry if my audio is going in and out, but it's like I'm covering my face. Like, I'm like, bro, I can't believe this shit. Like, this shit's crazy. But Jalen Brunson with 43, Jaren Jackson with 30, and Mikal Bridges with 24. They take game 5, that was. The Mavericks are in the playoffs waiting for the Knicks. Right? There we go. Okay. Whoa. Luka is averaging 41.5. Yats. Jalen Brunson. Okay, look at the shooting splits. 56, 94, 51. Oh my God. Bro, this is not a joke. The New York Knicks have made the finals for the first time in the Lord knows how long. I wasn't born when the Knicks made the finals. We're going to go game by game. We take game 1. Luka with 32, 10, and 11, and Kyrie with 25. Let's see how the Knicks did. 31, 30, 19. Okay, Josh Hart. He know when it's time to step up. He know when it's time to play ball. 7 offensive rebounds. He know when it's time to play ball. He told Jaren Jackson, yo, you go out there and score, shoot them threes, I'll grab the boards. That's what he said. And he still scored 19. Okay. Mavericks take game 2. Luka with 42, 10, and 10. All right. Who is our best defender that we can throw on Luka Doncic? Because Mikal Bridges, right? Mikal Bridges. That's a no-brainer. But then again, you do got Kyrie. We do got Kyrie that we got to worry about. That's the thing about these. That's the thing about him. But from what I'm seeing, he's wilding. Luka is wilding. We'll put McBride on Kyrie. McBride got the hustle. And we'll put the matchups on tight again. Or we'll put it on moderate. You know, we don't want guys to foul out. We're running a shorter rotation. Help defense put that back down to 50. Simulate. Mavericks take game 3. Jalen Brunson. Yo, Luka just cannot be stopped, huh? We take game 4. Okay. Mikal Bridges with 42 points. Oh my goodness. That's a whole bunch of points right there. And then Luka is just still dominating, bro. Like, what do you do about this? Like, that's something you got to drug test. Drug test Luka Doncic. He's not even doing this in real life, 2K. Come on. Knock it off. Hop off for 1 second, bro. I think I'm dropping 40-point triple-doubles every single game. They take the Kyrie. He want to step up, bro. Jalen Brunson, he dropped 45, but it just wasn't enough. We're going to have to do Simcast. Please, my Knicks. No. This is a terrible start, y'all. This is a terrible start to any game. Oh my gosh. No way this is happening to my Knicks, man. No way. We're going to go out like that. We just went out like that. The Dallas Mavericks have won the NBA championship. 42 against the New York Knicks. We tried. We made it pretty far. I ain't even mad. Well, I ain't even mad. We played well. We did great. The rebuild wasn't. I guess we can't say it was successful, but it was better than how the real season ended up. We did better. The goal was to do better than the Knicks did in real life, and that's what we did. That's exactly what we did. So we can't get mad. And I'd like to thank everybody who watched this video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. If y'all want to see the next season, comment down below. We can do another. We could run it back. We could run it back. And I'm heartbroken a little bit, but it's all good, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one.